the tripod is gonna stay shaking. I'm so sorry. But this video is brought to you by a quote. It's not sponsored, it's just a quote. It is, go laugh in the places you once cried. I say this because I'm going to places this month that bring back bad memories. One of the places that I'm going to, I went right after a surgery and I should not have been out. So it was just painful. So whether it was physical pain, emotional pain, psychological, it was just a bad memory. So the theme of this month is to go to those places and replace them with good memories. Anyway, I'm doing my night routine and I have so much on my mind, and I already bugged everybody that I could bug. Hopefully I can get a nap in tomorrow since I only work a half day. But me and my friends who I work with, we are going to Dark Harbor in Queen Mary, Long Beach. They're having, if you don't know, it's scary mazes. I think there's a bar or two. I'm going with a big group, which usually makes me anxious and makes me less able to enjoy myself, but that's not what's gonna happen tomorrow. I don't get it. I don't know if it's, I know it's overstimulation, but it'll be good tomorrow. I'm not gonna drink too much because usually that's what I do to ease my nerves, but the effects of alcohol are just not it. I'm more scared of the group situation than I am of the people dressed up intentionally trying to scare me.
Estamos perdidas. Súper perdidas.
It was packed, so packed. I knew we should have gotten the VIP, but oh well, next time. But I'm glad the second maze we went to, 1 out of 2 that we went to, was inside the ship. Because I love going inside the ship. I feel like those are the scariest mazes, but it wasn't the one I wanted to go to. The one I wanted to go to is the Mary one, which is where a little girl called Mary supposedly died drowned in the pool. That's my favorite because that terrifies me. I don't know, haunted kids terrify me. The weekend in general was good. After Queen Mary, because I drank so much, I was just kind of fatigued the rest of the weekend, so it was a restful remainder of the weekend. I did my errands and I went to Trader Joe's and I took the aloe tote, the infamous one that you probably see everywhere, and the Trader Joe's cashier was like, do you want a bag? I was like, no, can you just try to fit whatever you can in here and then give me an extra bag? Everything fit into the aloe bag. When I tell you I got milk, I got $100 worth of groceries that all fit. That was honestly the highlight of my weekend. And I also watched a lot of scary movies. All of the It movies, I watched them all. I'm trying to have a scary movie only October, which I was telling my friend today. I am so surprised I'm not having nightmares because all I've been watching is scary movies and Gossip Girl, which can be just as scary. I just remembered something hilarious that happened over the weekend. Super out of character. So my grandma has been a widow for 3 years and she's always been very like, I'm never talking to another man besides your grandpa. Like, she doesn't even want to leave this house because this is where they live together. Okay, right. So out of nowhere, I don't even know how the conversation started, but she admitted to liking a grandpa age guy at church, and I was left so speechless. That it's just so out of character for her. She doesn't joke around like that, and she sounded serious. And then there was like a brief silence because I literally had no words. And I was like thinking, because I've met this guy before, I used to go to that church. And I was thinking, I was like, Grandma, his wife just passed away. And she's like, yeah, I know. I was like, oh my God. The grandma achievement is amazing. Wild. Who knew? Who knew my grandma would have a crazier love life this year than me? I think my candle just buzzed. I can honestly say that this week was so good. Like I always said, I am a very joyful person. Sorry if you didn't hear that because I opened my water flows. But I've always said I'm a joyful person as opposed to happy, because I believe that joy cannot be taken away even in rough situations. But I actually feel it this time. I faked it till I made it. It feels weird to finally be in that mental state where I can say I feel joyful all the time. And there were definitely frustrating times, like at work, but they didn't bring me down for more than a minute or two because I brush it off. And even things from my past that sometimes come back, and it's very unpleasant thoughts, I see it like a stormy cloud, and I kind of just watch it go by in my head. So life is good. I'm actually reading this book. It's called The Happiness Advantage, and I think that has played a huge role in actually feeling joy as opposed to mere happiness. Shouldn't say it like that, but you know what I mean. And just by even practicing one little thing from the book, it's made all the difference. Anyway, I'll post a picture of it here if you want to read it. I was planning to give it to my boss after I read it, because a lot of the practices have to do with like the work environment, and my boss fosters a really good work environment, and so I think he'd enjoy reading it. But I'm gonna give it to my coworker that I sit next to first, and I told her when she's done with it to give it to him. But it's gonna be a Sisterhood of the Traveling book. We actually had a book club at work, and then we only got through one book, which was worth it. It was A Little Life by Yanni Haga, I believe. So crushing as everybody said, but the book made me realize it could be so much worse. And that's not the only lesson you can take away from the book, but it was a good start after having such a horrendous year last year. But anyway, life is good. I hope life is good for you. If not, I hope you are able to do something about it.